I think I'm good. Tea ta tea, panabadi. Hi, new nervy boy. What's up, dude? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can everyone see me and hear me? Hi, hello, welcome. Also to you. Just want to make sure that everything's right. Random gay dude says cheese. That's great. Creator joined, and that guy Lex is here as well. Oh, HypnoArt's here. Hey. All right, first things first. I haven't had food for lunch yet. Hey, Milkman. What's up, dude? Hi, Trainer Charlie. Hi. I want my hair to look as crazy as possible. Because every time my hair looks too crazy, my girlfriend always says, you look handsome. And I think I look like a mess. And she says, no, you look like your hair looks really nice. And I'm like, at this point, I don't know if anyone else has this, but if your hair looks, if you think your hair looks bad, you might just be tricking yourself and your hair actually looks good. No one knows. No one knows. I don't know. Because how can you as a scientist, thanks for sending the rose. That's so sweet. How can you as a scientist understand what you look like without being subjective? So we have to eat food first. Here I have a bowl of, what is that? Is that a gnat? It's a fuzz. I have a bowl of fruit and a chocolate muffin. Now here comes the question. Do I fall into chaos and eat the chocolate muffin first? Or the apple and the oranges? Both are sugar. Both are sugary. However, muffins are good. Muffins are tasty. That's true. How am I? I'm quite great, thank you. Thanks again for the rose. That's so sweet. I think it's gonna be apple. There's too much apple, and so if you have all muffin, you can't eat the best thing first. You have to eat some of the muffin. I've already had a little bit of the muffin. As you can see, it is just a quarter of a muffin. So you have to eat some of the apple because there's too much apple. If there's too much apple and there's not enough muffin to go around, you gotta savor it. So, apple first. This is not a mukbang. Not a mukbang. The apple is tasty. The apple is arguably... I dropped it. The apples are arguably as sugary as muffins. I know. Strong claim. Dang. This is actually a good apple. One time, I got a little buzzed off an apple. Casey, how'd you get buzzed off an apple? What a great question. I was running down the stairs, late for work. No, I wasn't late for work. I was running down the stairs for some reason. I can't remember why. I was in art school. And I usually took apples to college for a snack in between lunch. This apple, I thought I was out of apples. And then I look in the back, I move some bread. In the back of the cupboard is another apple. And I'm like, where did that come from? I'm taking it to school with me. So I took the apple to school with me. I was in college. I ran up the stairs, had my class. I was hungry, ran back down, trying to make it to my next class. I was biting this apple and I was like, damn, this is a tasty apple. This is probably the best apple I've ever had. And I was eating it. I was eating the whole thing. And I was like, this magical, miraculous, out of nowhere, I thought I was out of apples. Now I have another apple. Apple. It's so tasty. What's up, man? And then, after that, I felt a bit dizzy. I felt like I had just shotgunned a beer. Now, it sounds kind of crazy, but apples, if taken care of correctly, can ferment. And so I might have accidentally eaten... I didn't know they were making a Pokemon movie. That's cool. I had accidentally eaten a inebriating apple. It was a fermented apple. I had kept it at the back of my cupboard in dark, in dry, so it wasn't like moldy, it wasn't rotting, it was just tasty. It was so good. If you can find a way to Google search how to make a fermented apple naturally, you're gonna have the time of your life. It is just take all your apples, save them, store them, and enjoy them and get a little bit buzzed off them. You're not gonna get, and also I was very much a lightweight. So any amount of alcohol would have got me going. And that's what that apple did for me. Not this apple. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the 100,000 subscriber extravaganza. We have over 100,000 followers on YouTube now, is why we're celebrating. So I'm on YouTube, and I celebrate because we just hit 100,000 subscribers. Big news! I got the silver plaque in the mail. It's hanging on my wall, but I can go get it. At this point, I'm just enjoying my food. Again, not a mukbang. We're just having fun. And today, did I have illusions? I did not have illusions. I did not hallucinate on an apple. I just got a little buzzed off it. Good question, though. That wasn't a tasty orange slice. That was not a... Hi! Hey, thank you for the donation. That's very sweet. Thank you, Brand Marquez. That was super nice. Going from apple to orange, I know you're not supposed to compare apple to oranges, but apples are way better than oranges right now. I'm saying it. That was a bad orange. No sugar whatsoever. Oh. TikTok. If you want, on my YouTube, I have like art going up. So on TikTok right now, you don't get to see anything. It's just me and my handsome face. But then if you go to YouTube, you can see a beautiful like slideshow of my favorite art pieces that I had randomly on my computer. If you wanted to, it's on my YouTube. But you don't have to. You can just hang out. And I'm about to start the live stream where we start answering, hey, 100 questions for 100,000 subscribers. We got the award, the medal, the plaque. It's hanging up on my wall now. I would bring it in here, but it's hanging and it took me all morning to like measure it and make sure it looked nice. So I'm not gonna necessarily go bring it down. And then I'm gonna answer some questions, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna try and give this orange another shot, because if this orange is this is a crappy orange, if it tastes like ass, I'm not gonna eat another slice until I have more muffin. I'm gonna start on the muffin. If this is the moment of truth. It did not disappoint. I'll say that. It was fine. I'm still going to eat some of the muffin. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. I don't know if they correctly represented the Huns in that movie, but maybe they were... I remember them being from a different timeline. Like, it was like, they weren't really Huns yet. They were Mongolians. Either way, banging song. Alrighty. Let's go to the comments of my celebrating 100,000 subscribers questions. So, I have already accepted the questions. Actually, I haven't. But, I've made a list. I'm just looking at the comments, actually. I haven't made a list. I was going to make a list on my Procreate. I was going to make a list. And I was going to be like, oh, let's look through them. And they were going to look really nice. I haven't done that. To do that 100 times, that would be so much effort. Also, I have coffee. It looks like a cup from Willy Wonka. It's not. My last name is White. Like the color. And the unfortunate race that I am privy to. And I like to think that the W is for Casey White. That's me. But it also does look like I got it from a prop on Willy Wonka. Again, not a mukbang, just hanging out. Thank you guys for being here. I love you. You're great. You're great. You're great again. And you're great a second time. And if you guys hang out the whole time, I love it. If you want to do your laundry and then come back, I'm right here. Hey, Trick. Hi. I love you, Trick. You're amazing. And the fact that you're here is great. Everyone be nice to Trick. And Maria! Maria's here. They're both very kind people. And you be nice to them. I don't live stream as much anymore, but they are moderators. And they're moderators for many lovely people. Specifically, I remember many Trick does a lot of mods for a lot of people. Maria, I think, mods for mysterious people that I haven't heard of before. But again, if you see them in the comments, be kind to them. They're awesome. I'm going to look at these comments after a bite of a muffin. I really did. I said I was going to bite the muffin. I had to save it until I ate some of the apple and the orange. I'm really eating too much sugar. It is too much. It's fruit. Like, you think like it's like, ooh, a fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Wiggles reference for all my Y2K kids out there. But literally, orange, apple, muffins, those are sugar. That's not like a healthy meal and then a surprise. No, it's just all sugar, Casey. Come on, guys. And here's the thing. I think my metabolism's too fast. I think I'm superhuman. Because it just burns through me. Although, I'm almost positive in my health class you learned that even if you have a high metabolism and you look thin conventionally, whatever that means, you can still have, like, really bad health defects, like, from eating poor choices. I think that's obvious to everybody, you know? But, like, teeth, dental health is very important. I have this tooth right here. We're going to get to the questions. But I have this tooth right here, and the gum is going up. And it's one tooth. I've got one tooth where the gum's going up, and I hate it. And I had a consultation with a surgeon, and I said, can you tell me if I need to get this checked out? It doesn't hurt yet. And he's like, well, your other dentist said it is starting to get up a little high. It doesn't hurt yet. That's good. That means we don't have to do it yet. But the consultation is not free. And I said, how much is it? And they said it's like $200. And I have health insurance. Thank you, Tyrus, for being very sweet. Rich is mysterious. Is he? He's mysterious-ish. Sure. Thank you also for all the kind words, guys. You guys are very sweet. You guys are all very sweet. I see your comments right now, and I love you back. I didn't go to the consultation for my tooth. I said, screw that. I didn't have dental insurance yet. I have health insurance now, but I didn't want to pay the copay. I'm saving that for rent, guys. P.S. Looking for a job outside of TikTok as well. This is just a hobby. I just like hanging out with you guys for fun. This is you and me right here. We're just friends. That's this point. I think I'm gonna get a job at a garden place. There's this really fun garden place, and they got a call back, and they wrote my name down on a Post-it note, which doesn't sound too big, but it's very flattering, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so now we're down to business. Let's get down to business. It's what the song says. We're gonna attack the Huns, and we're done. Okay, this feels like we're on FaceTime. I know. Okay. So begins the 100 questions. 100,000. We can figure out a name. Someone figure out a name right now. 100,000 subscribers. 100 questions for 100,000 subscribers. 100 questions. 100K subscribers. This is very confusing for TikTok because I have over 700,000 subscribers, but followers, different words. We're going to answer the questions now. Okay, first things first. First question right off the bat. What's your favorite color? Easy peasy. Purple. I got a light, that's purple. My parents used to tell me it was green. They said, your favorite color is green. It's gotta be green. And I was just like, okay. And that was my color. It was like, boys like blue, girls like pink. Casey likes green. And now I like purple because I'm an individual. Can you design an environment with the idea of life surviving despite it being trying to be exterminated? I think that sounds like Earth. I think that's Earth. Da ba 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 ba. Ooh. What's your favorite scary kids show? Great question. Literally off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, favorite scariest kids TV show? I've seen some. I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot of scary TV shows that I've seen that are kids, but for some reason now that I'm on the spotlight, I don't know. I would say it's... What's Madison's favorite color? It's probably like... Oh no. She loves everything in the world. She has a big heart, so she loves everything she can. I think she loves... It's not yellow, but she does like nature, so it might be green. She does like the earth. But she is also, you know, she wears... I was going to say yellow because she likes sunny things, but she doesn't like sunny days because she wears sunscreen that much. So I would say green. Maybe blue. Blue. It's blue. It's blue. It's blue. I remember it's blue. Her favorite color is blue. All right. Scary kids show. Maybe not scary, but there's a really good show called Infinity Train, and it's got existential horror for children. Great. If someone were to ask you what kind of art do you make, and all you could do is show them a single one of your drawings, which one would you do? I don't know. I think I'd show them my most acclaimed animation, which is The Undergrounders. I have a video up on YouTube. It's my student film. It won Best Film out of all California State Universities for 2018. I got first place, and it looks really fun, and I had no idea what I was doing. And it's an animation, and it was cute. And I spent years on it, so I think I would show them that. Boop, boop, boop. Do you like Naruto? You know, it was one of my first animes I watched. It was good. It was good. I didn't finish it. It got a little too heavy for me as a child. I think I liked Fullmetal Alchemist, the original series, not Brotherhood. I liked FMA, the first one, more than Naruto. I know. That's not a popular opinion. Naruto was very acclaimed, very great. And nobody likes Fullmetal Alchemist anymore. They all like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I just like the vibe. I liked Linkin Park and Green Day and Fullmetal Alchemist. And that was my anime I watched. What movie has made you cry the hardest? Damn, dude. AI by Steven Spielberg. I think it's Steven Spielberg. If you haven't watched AI, it's about this family has a little boy, and the boy gets in a car accident or something, and he goes in a coma, and he's not going to wake up. So in order to keep the mother, like, sane, they give them an identical robot that looks exactly like the boy and feels nothing but love for the mom. And they keep him around like he's the real kid. And then the real boy wakes up. And they have like allusions to and analogies to Pinocchio and like the Blue Fairy. And Robin Williams is in it. Jude Law plays a prostitute. It's great. But it made me cry so hard because I think that was the first time that I realized like I really loved my mom. Like, have you ever like thought about your parents and you're just like, I love them so much? But like it's like as an adult mind, like you finally recognize that they're people. Like, I know that's hard to imagine, but if you ever managed to imagine your parents not as your parents, but as individuals that have taken care of other people despite having their own lives, that movie made me cry, just bawled. I was just watch it. It's called AI. It's great. It's so good. It's so good, and it's sci-fi. So any of my audience that like sci-fi, big nerds, big fun. What's your favorite video game? Off the top of my head, Journey. It gave me like a spiritual awakening, existential, sort of like death, immortality, and what to take in life. I think Journey. Yeah. Go play. It's short, so you can show it to literally anyone in one day. I think I have to charge my phone. I kind of want to charge my phone. Can my charger reach the phone? Will the charger reach the phone? Place your bets now. Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Guess. And I'll plug it in over here. Doot, doot, doot. Beep, boop, boop. Okay, let's hope this reaches. It does not. That's really fun. Okay. Maybe we get a little... Oh, God. Okay. I'll be... I'll be right back. Whoever did a thumbs down saying it wouldn't fit, you were right. Oh, man. Is my audio off? Hey, let's turn that down. Because I don't want to be too loud. Is that better? You guys on YouTube, let me know if this is too loud. Because it was spiking. I could see it spiking. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a charger. I'm getting a charger. I got a charger. Okay. Yeah. Nobody move. Nobody move. Okay. Very complicated technology things going on right now. Obviously very complicated. I'm a master technician. And I totally planned ahead. Should be charging. Please be charging. Is that not charging? Let's check. It's not charging. That's great. That's good. Maybe TikTok will slowly lose power and they'll have to come over to YouTube by force. Or I can just barely reach the phone. Is that gonna charge? It is! It worked! Okay, cool. Thank you for watching and keeping track of the wall. I know it's a very delicate procedure to watch over the wall. But let's figure it out. Okay. Hey, who told you to mess around? Don't pick on me. You're a light bulb. You're supposed to just sit there and look pretty. Why are you making all this noise back there? Jeez Louise, you can never find good help anymore. How's the project for number 1 going? Oh! I wish there was better communication. I feel like it's a project where you're in college and everyone's like, this is just side stuff. Really quick, it's like a college project where I'm the only one working. Feels like it. I feel like some people helped a little bit, but I need more help, I think. That's it. I'm excited to start. I'm starting this month with things. I did a lot of work for it already. I'm excited to start more, but that's all I can say. Back to the show. But we gotta taste the chocolate muffin. Come on. I know we had a little fun. We had a little bit of fun. And then I want to have another chocolate muffin. What can I say? I have a sweet tooth. If you guys want, there is plenty of apples and oranges for you. And there's plenty of chocolate muffins. There's more chocolate muffins in the fridge if you want. Raise a hand who wants a chocolate muffin. I'll just go get it. If you want chocolate muffins, raise your hand. Do people die in your arena? No. They get sent back. Great questions. Now back to the show. I've already got my questions here. More 100 questions. Okay. And then I'm going to make a video out of my favorite ones, because I have all this on camera. What's your favorite thing to draw? Animals is the most vague I can be, but aliens. I think it would be aliens. Oh good, a lot of people want muffins. Okay, I'll get you guys some. There again, help yourself. You know, make yourself a home. My new house. Please, grab as many muffins as you want. There's two. I cut it up into quarters, so you can each have a quarter of a muffin if you want. Go get it. It's all for you. Do I like potatoes? I like potatoes more than you might think. I have a video that I'm thinking of doing. I never did it, but I have a lot of art for it, where I used to do videos where I was like, what if aliens were, most scientists think that we run into life outside our planet. It's going to be a bacteria. The first animal or alien that we run into will not be multicellular life. It'll be some sort of bacteria or fungus. Small guy. Potatoes can be used in those little science experiments as batteries, and we've all seen Portal 2. So there are some intelligent bacteria that live mostly in roots and potatoes, and they are like zookeepers, and like they control all different types of bacteria. And so, and they use it to their will. So they're like enslavers / animal whisperers in the bacterial world, and I make them live inside. They use potatoes as hosts. So I like potatoes because I think that they might look like aliens, especially their little legs. That's cute. Madison hates their little legs. What's the longest you've ever spent on a drawing? Back in school, we used to spend weeks on them. Back in school, we used to spend weeks on drawings. We would have to like study anatomy and draw ourselves and shading and get the bones right. It was crazy. I would say 2 weeks, but also my animations take really long. So the longest I ever spent on an animation was maybe a year of animating. Yeah. I discovered you via What If Humans Evolved on Other Planets series and have stuck around for your very thoroughly researched concept art of monsters and historical figures and such. And I'd love to know, where do you start when researching for a new project? To what insane depths do you plunge that you decide to evolve Venusian humans into floating telepathic babies? I need to know your process. I'm very... Hi, Snickle! Guys, pause the stream if you are bored of me because I am too sciencey or too nerdy or I'm just eating food. Go hang out with this guy, Snickle. Snickle is doing a subathon. I can't remember if it's still going. He had a couple hours left on his subathon when he was, doing a live. So if you find him live, go over to his. He is hilarious. He's handsome. And he's gonna make you feel like you're the center of the world. It ended. Okay, great. Never mind. Ignore him and never look at him ever again. Stay away from that man. I'm just kidding. He is awesome. Snickle's great. He's the best. And literally, hi, Snickle. Hi. I miss you. And we should catch up on a call. Like with a little toasty, too. A little toasty. Because we always have fun. He's hilarious. And if you like me, you're going to love him. Okay. How do I start my research projects? Scholarly articles. It's going to be really boring. Headed to LA for a voiceover gig. Congratulations, Snickle. Guys, can we get some claps and stream for Snickle? He's been doing voice acting. He had a really successful company, I think, sponsor him or something. He's got a new job doing things and they're helping him get new voiceover stuff, but it's mostly him doing all the heavy lifting and applying. And so he's been working really hard on that. And so everybody give claps to him because he is amazing. And literally, I'm so proud of him. Congratulations. You go do that. You have to fly to LA to do that? Jeez Louise. Isn't it Voices? Can't you do it from afar? Whatever. No help. Are they paying for the flight? Cause that's unfortunate that companies don't sometimes pay for the flight. Here's a little hot goss. One of the bridesmaids of a wedding that I recently, come closer. Get a little closer. Here's a little gossip. Get closer. It's a little hot gossip. In a wedding, my booth isn't made yet, so I gotta fly and no, all on me. That's stupid. Screw those people. One of the people that was the bridesmaid for a wedding that I was part of canceled the week before the wedding. The best friend of the bride. And they were like, hey, is there literally anything we can do? Like, you don't do that. Don't do that. And she said, I've got this job interview and they say they're not going to hire me unless I show up, even though I did like 3 parts of the process. I'm 3 parts into the hiring process. And the bride and the groom were like, shouldn't you not go that if they're that mean? But they didn't pay for the flight either. I hate companies that don't pay for flights. Don't tell anyone I told you that, by the way. And I'm not telling you who it was. My part of the process, scholarly articles. Okay, I make videos about deep science stuff, and if you've seen some of my YouTube long form content, very heavy on the sci-fi. It's definitely a lot of double checking that I have the science correct. I love convergent evolution, and I've got a list of rules in nature that most life follows. So one of my favorite rules is insular dwarfism. Within 5,000 years, mammoths were giant, and then they got really small. They were turned into pygmies, and that's because they lived on islands. And it's based on there's rules in nature, and that happens to a lot of things. If you're a big animal and you move to an island, you're gonna get small, and if you're small and you move to an island, you're gonna get big, and that's just called insular dwarfism, and I can't remember his name, but it's like a rule of science and evolution. So if you can figure out different rules for how animals... Oh no! I'm doing a live stream and someone's knocking at the door. No, I can't... Do you guys want to say hi to Katie? Let's go say hi to Katie. Hold on, okay. Hi, Katie! Hello! Hi, Katie! It's open. Hi, you okay?
Can I come hang out here for a little bit? I left my house keys at work.
Come in, we're doing a live stream.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you can hang out. You can be entertaining or not. You can just hang out and sit in the nice chair. Guys,
Where's Maddie?
Maddie's not here. Guys, this is my neighbor Katie. You don't have to come on screen if you want to be anonymous, but if you want to say hi.
Hi.
Hi. She's the best. She's got 2 green thumbs and a huge sense of humor. She's
Sorry
great.
for interrupting.
No, it's great. You hang out, watch some TV. No, literally, you're fine. Actually, it would be fun to have another moderator, but it's okay if you just want to like relax because you've had a busy day. Katie works really hard and is super great. Everyone say hi, Katie, in chat. What's next on the questions? What's my favorite shade of green? What kind of question is that? Wait, I'm not into the one that's on leaves, I guess. Maybe. Not barf-colored green. Anything but... And lime. I think too many people use lime green. If you guys like that new TV show on Netflix that used to be just on the internet, Has-Been Hotel. I know everybody likes Has-Been Hotel. I'm not a big fan of Has-Been Hotel because they, 1, didn't pay all their animators when they were on screen. 2, the style is so early 2000s DeviantArt, and even if you like that style, good for you. It's not aesthetic. They have like crowns on one pupil of the eye, and then green on the inside, and then yellow on the outside, and then pink on the outside of that, and then their hair is pink on one side, and they've got a corset on the other side, and it's stripes matched with circles. It's like epilepsy for the eyes. I hate it. It's not visually interesting to me. Has-Been Hotel, not great. So any color green that's in Has-Been Hotel, that's how I feel about that. A lot of opinions getting thrown on this live stream. A lot of opinions. How can I be supportive to my artist friends? I'm never sure how to talk to them when they're down or when they're really pumped about something. Oh my god, just tell them how cool the art is, but be specific. Don't say like, oh, that's just a really cool drawing. Say like, hi, that's a cool. I really like how you did the legs. Like, even if you don't think their art is good, there's always something good about someone's art. Write that down. Even if you don't think someone's art is good, there's always something good about someone's art. If you see something like the line work, like maybe they don't know how to draw eyes correctly yet, or maybe their anatomy's a little off, or their symmetry's not correct. But if you have a friend who's like getting better at art, just kind of like tell them what your favorite part of it is, and don't like, if they're a little down, don't criticize them too much. That's what I said. Be specific. That's my answer. What is the fossil above your head in this video? I got a fossil from my dad from the Cambrian era, from 500 million years ago. It's of a trilobite, which is an early crustacean, very similarly related to the horseshoe crab, which we now use in hospitals today to steal their blood. And I know on the internet they say that they ethically take blood from these horseshoe crabs. I don't think so. I think they just cut tails off and drain them. We're vampires, guys. We've evolved as a species to reach a level of civilization and intelligence. However, we bleed crabs. We hunt crabs and bleed them for their blue blood so we can give it to people so they don't get COVID. That's a real thing. It's made for vaccines. Well, the blood isn't made for vaccine. The blood is made to keep the crabs alive. And it's not that. But the blood is blue because it's also specifically hemocyanin, which is different from hemoglobin. They have more copper in their blood, and copper, if you've seen it rusts blue-green. And so some invertebrates and crustaceans have blue blood because they don't have copper, and it keeps them warmer in the Arctic or the deep ocean. You're welcome. That was the fossil. Long answer, short question. Can you make Godzilla and Mothra offspring? Stop it. Never again am I going to answer that question. I don't know what it is on the internet, but Mothra dating Godzilla or being in love with Godzilla is a weird, fetishized thing that I don't agree with. They're not... It's not even Godzilla's best friend. Godzilla's best friend is Anguirus. Anguirus. I got it wrong in the video. I made an entire video about Anguirus. And it's pronounced Anguirus, which is the Japanese version. The Easternized version. It's like what's the word in linguistics when you take a word from another language and you just adopt it? They couldn't really pronounce Ankylosaurus, so they just said Anguirus. It's fun. I love linguistics. Anyways, no, never. I will not put Mothra and Godzilla together. Stupid. What's your favorite animated media? TV shows, web series, movies? I'm really liking the short form content of like movies summarized. I want to reach out to that animator and ask if he if he needs a little help with some animating in the background. Cause those are fun. That guy's really cool. I like the internet. I love the internet. Everyone can post really fast internet animations. It's really fun. I can read comments. I'm just focusing on the questions at hand, my friend Zaith. But hello. Have you ever gotten stuck on a drawing? I do get stuck on drawings. Flip the canvas. Or stop drawing it and take a beat. Is there a monster media that you like or think about a lot? For me, it's Ben 10 and Monster Hunter. There's this really great science YouTube essay guy who makes videos on Monster Hunter, but only based on scholarly articles that have been proven by, hey, what's up, Tempura? Hi. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing a lot. There's a science guy on YouTube who takes Monster Hunter and he applies scholarly articles about animals on Earth to Monster Hunter. And it's so well done and it's so much science and he takes it so seriously. There's like a giant spider that shoots lava. And he's like, this makes sense because this and this and this and this. And I'm like, this is fun. So I like that. Go check that out. Do you like turtles? Yes, I like turtles. This person asked the same question a bunch of times. 1, do you like turtles? Do you like Ninja Turtles? Do you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Do you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I think he's being funny at this point. Okay, rapid fire. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Not really. Don't care for it. It's got a guy named Casey in it, and he doesn't look like me, so I don't appreciate it. Do you like Teenage Ninja Turtles? That's not even a thing yet. Do you like Ninja Turtles? Also, no, I don't like Teenage Ninja Turtles. Age appropriate, guys. Do you like Ninja Turtles? I don't think they have the capacity nor the thumbs to learn ninjutsu, let alone the way of the ninja. And do you like turtles? I do love turtles. I love turtles. I think they're amazing. What Godzilla monster do you think is the most unrealistic? Biolante. I know I did a video on it, but Biolante is a ghost. It's a ghost. It's a ghost. It's got, that's lore. That's Godzilla lore, is that a ghost is haunting a rose and they put Godzilla DNA in the rose. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. Who would win in a fight? A shape-shifting wizard or Ares? Ares! That's my god of war. Hey, babe! Hey, babe! What's up, dude? Kate, Madison's in chat.
No way.
Yeah. Hi, babe. You caught me. I'm doing a live stream. Katie's here. She's locked out of her room. She's right there.
Hi, Maddie.
That's her. Who would win in a fight? A shape-shifting wizard or Ares? Ares is literally a god. A shape-shifting wizard, like Merlin, is the first one I can think of from the Disney movie Sword in the Stone, which is a great fight scene. Oh my gosh. Except I have a weird thing with Sword in the Stone. Great animation. It was in the time when they had the pencil sketches still on them, so if you want, it's beautiful. I was going through puberty when I watched that movie, and there's this part where they're like implying that a real squirrel, likes the shape-shifted squirrel version of Arthur, who's a child, and the lifespan of squirrels is so dramatically different from the lifespan of humans. So like an 8-year-old squirrel is like a 50-year-old woman, and this 8-year-old Arthur is still a child, but in the form of a squirrel. So I felt very confused as to why that was a plot point. Also, it was such a long sequence. The squirrel is like chasing him and they're flirting, and I don't know why Disney is making a movie for children about puberty and like falling in love or whatever, or like trying to like kiss and stuff. It's stupid. Why is a movie so focused on that? I don't understand. And and also I was going through puberty, so I was confused as to why girls were chasing it. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what girls flirting was or what even liking someone was yet. So I was like, hands off this. Casey has Disney PTSD. Disney SD. Not to be confused with Disney XD, which is the teenage channel. Who would win in a fight? So again, my answer is Ares. He's literally a god of war. My question is, what or who would you say is your biggest inspiration for your speculative creature work? Oh, balls. Wayne Barlow. Wayne Barlow was a painter in the 70s. And he has a live stream coming up. He's back, baby. He's on the internet now. He's realized that's a thing, and he's coming on. I actually took a picture of when the live stream is. If you like speculative evolution, or if you like my art, and you like looking at aliens that could be scientifically accurate based on evolution on Earth, check out Wayne Barlow's live stream coming up soon. They did a 2000s documentary on it. I saw that as a kid, and I thought that was cool, and I still watch it today when I get a little toasted. And it's beautiful. It takes it so seriously. It's like, why in a time in the 70s and 80s when they were drawing, hi Jem B, what's up, dude? And Elliot Green and Zaith. Hi everybody. I see you all, by the way, and I'm looking at your comments, and even if I don't answer them, I'm still appreciating them. Thank you. Yeah, in a time when Star Trek was really popular and Stargate was really popular and aliens just looked like humans walking around in suits, this guy was like, oh, they would use sonar and magnetoreception and electrogenesis, and like they would look weird. This one looks like a jellyfish man of war, but it's got elephant legs, and all the females have their trunks sticking out of the sand, and they're like walruses, and they've got lecking behavior, which is when the male is bigger than the female with sexual dimorphism, like a walrus or an elephant seal, and he just goes along the beach taking care of his harem, because that's another thing in the animal kingdom. And it's just beautiful. It's like, these don't look like Spock at all. Wayne Barlow, great guy. Oh, Millie's out here. Hi, Millie. That's my cat. If you guys hear some meowing, that's Millie. She's saying hi. How does one go about starting animation? Start with a ball. I always start with a ball. Try and make a ball bounce. When it hits the ground, squeeze it and make it longer at the edges. It's just a circle. Before I go, opinions on Scotland. I love Scotland. I went to Scotland. It's beautiful. It's a little cold. I walked around Glasgow. It's amazing. It's great. I lost my iPad in Scotland. Banksman0, if you find an iPad lying around, that's mine, and I will talk to you. When you were younger, did you picture yourself being a YouTuber? I don't even picture myself as a YouTuber now. And I'm doing a live stream. So like I don't even see myself as a YouTuber now. I don't even see myself as a TikToker / YouTuber content creator. I just like telling people my science ideas and I hope they like it. That's all. It's what plagues my mind all the time. Just today, I was spending hours researching scientists taking the electrical discharges of electric eels and translating it through software into like sound waves and music. And I was doing that with mushrooms too. A lot of people like to put electrodes on mushrooms and they listen to the weird music that the mushroom does through sending electrical impulses inside itself. And I tried to translate that into what electric eels sound like, and I sped it up because fungus thinks really slowly. It does think, and it's quite intelligent, but they think very slowly. And I also did it with slime molds because those are the smartest ones. So I found a video where a scientist took the electrodes on a slime mold and took the electrical stimuli that was inside of it thinking and turned it into sound, and I sped that up because even that's not fast enough to be concluded as animal intelligence, even though fungus is closer to animals than plants, and I put those together, and then I put water noise in the background, and that's what I did this morning. I'm obsessed with science, I'm obsessed with aliens and what they might sound like and look like, and it's a problem. Are you actually a Godzilla fan? That's insulting. I don't even think that's a question. I think that's an insult. I think that's a goddamn insult. Hold on, let me reread that. Wesley Freeman 5918. Are you actually a Godzilla fan? I think I'm more of a Godzilla fan than you are, my sir. I watched late at midnight in October. I spent my days watching the pirated videos of Zilla from Disney XD, pirated and put in 15-minute captions on YouTube by some random guy, and they all had like 50 views. And I was interested in the animals that the giant kaiju that the animators made just for the show, even though Zilla was a poor choice from the American film industry to adapt Godzilla into a T-Rex. So, I think I'm a Godzilla fan, guys. Jesus Christ. Do you have any advice for those struggling to like their art? Oh, man, that's a big one. Go easy on yourself. Lord knows I don't. You gotta, it's okay. Draw something simple, draw what you like, and practice. If you see someone, don't compare yourself to others. If you see someone on Instagram and you really like their art, take a snapshot of it, copy it at home, and then try to draw it again or implement parts of it like eyes or the pen that they used or the type of stylus or whatever it is, whatever color scheme it was. Try to adapt what you like and what you see in the world, and if it is difficult for the brain to change its own synapses because you can get used to beating yourself up. But if you're an artist out there and you don't like your art, try and be kinder to yourself. Tell yourself that you're improving every time you draw, and draw a lot. Draw for 10 seconds each. Any advice on continuing art when people something trick? Great question. Say your art's not worth it. Close your ears to that shit. That's weird. Why would someone say that art's not worth it? My favorite thing in the world is being an artist and inspiring Madison. She stays up later than me, and she gets to use my iPad whenever I'm not using it, and she's just practicing art and getting so good. And she said, I used to do a little painting on the side. Silly, thank you for the donations. I don't even know how many you're doing right now. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. thank you. Silly is at the top of the donation charts, everybody. No one's going to beat Silly, I'll tell you that. Keep drawing art. That's my thing. That's all I can say. What animation inspired you to be gifted in the arts? Over the Garden Wall and God. Howl's Moving Castle. Spirited Away. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Like, so all Miyazaki's work, it's great. I would say Miyazaki stuff. But also Over the Garden Wall was really cute and fun and stayed true to its vision, and I think that's wonderful. Hey man, congrats. Is the bird the word? The bird is the word, I heard. I heard the bird is the word. Is it possible in this universe for a pink colored to exist? If so, how large would it be in comparison to our sun? I think I'm skipping that because you didn't even finish the freaking question. Will you ever collab with any other artists? I used to do that all the time. Of course I do. Yeah, I'd love to collab more with more artists. If you're out there and you're hearing this later on, I'd love to collab with more TikTokers or content creators. I'm actually collabing with someone right now, and they're great. How did you learn to develop and create your own art style? You literally steal from other people until it is your own. In fact, something that I learned in college that a teacher told me is that you will be the last person to know that you have a style. Everyone will say, I really like your style, how you draw eyes. And they'll be like, oh, you'll say, I don't have a style. I don't have a style for my eyes. And they'll say, yes, you do. You always do this, and you have the arms really flowy. And you'll say, I just don't know how to draw arms. That's not true. You're just adapting what you know and what you do, and that's how you do things. You already have a style if you're asking this question. Stupid. I'm just kidding. I love you. How did you develop and create your art style? Blah. I just asked that. If you would create a Brazilian monster, how would he be? How would he be? Brazilian monster. Electric eels. Electric eels found in Brazil are 3 times more electric and more shocking than any other species of electric eel. And they hunt in packs, and they can breathe on land, and all they need is a good tepui, which is a caldera made from volcanic action. All they need to do is be isolated from, neighboring environments, and they can grow albino, they can get larger due to insular gigantism, and then they can start climbing on land. They can grow their lung capacity. So now you've got blind electric eels, which aren't eels, and they're on land now. So bing bong boom, Brazilian monster. There you go. Big one. Will you make a playlist of in real life Godzilla monsters? I should do that, shouldn't I? I have it on my TikTok. I don't have it on my YouTube. I should do that. Good idea. Who would win Legendary Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla? That's tough. If you look at the concept art, Shin Godzilla could spread like cancer. Anytime his body parts fell off, it would spread like tumors, and they would grow faces and eyeballs. And he shoots lasers out of his back. Legendary Godzilla's big though, and he does get beat up a couple times, which is just for narrative, but I mean it does happen. So I think if Shin Godzilla can keep evolving, Shin Godzilla would beat Legendary Godzilla. You heard it here, folks. How long does it typically take you to draw? What would they look like in real life? Like 2 days. Like 2 days. Calypso! Hi, TJ Creative. What's up, dude? Thanks for bringing that back. I love that. What's my favorite Godzilla monster drawing I've done, and what's next? Megalon is next. You heard it here, folks. Megalon's next. I'm trying to figure out how big a bug would be. And it's surprisingly bigger than you think. Oh, that's my clock. I've got a new clock. And it tells it's a bird noise every time it's a new hour. So that means it's 4 o'clock. We've been doing this for an hour. Thank you for sticking around, guys. I love you. For that, we get more muffin bites. We're going to get another muffin bite. I love a muffin. I love a good muffin. Madison, if you're still here, don't worry. We didn't eat all the muffins. There's still some muffins over there. And I'm going to have some food, too. Once again, this is not a mukbang. I'm just hungry. Okay? Heaven. That's amazing. Great. Zaith asked, can reference ruin or enhance your art? Always enhance. Always enhance. I always ask my clients to send me more references. The more references, the better. The more notes, the better. Baton Rouge monster? That's very specific, sir. It'll most likely be some sort of undead crocodile. Crocodiles can get quite large, and I'm sure there's some parasites that like to live in them. And if I could find some sort of leech or nematode or parasitic worm that could control zombies, I would put it in a New Orleans, Nolans crocodile, and there you go. Unless it's an alligator. Is it alligators in Louisiana or is it crocodiles? I'll leave that up to the comments. Next question. Who's hotter, Luigi or Luigi's less hot brother? That is a loaded question. That's such a loaded question. I love that. Hands down, Luigi is hotter. Luigi's hotter. Screw Mario. He's dumpy thick. Or dummy thick. He's dumpy thick is what I'll say, with three C's and a QUE at the end. However, Luigi's just a fun guy. If in an alternate timeline you didn't make your YouTube channel, where do you think you would have ended up instead? You know, I thought I was a hot shot when I was in college. I had a test for Disney when they were making Moana, and I made a storyboard test for them. And I was dating a model at the time, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be my life. This is going to be my life. And I thought I was so high on life, and I was visiting the UK, and I didn't get the test, and I wasn't even dating the model we went on one date. And now I'm so happy because that never happened. I'm so happy that my life didn't go one way, because my life right now is so amazing. I'm so in love with Madison. She's the love of my life. I've never had a partner like her. It's so great to just be madly, deeply in love, having this lovely place, having a cat now, great neighbors. Hi, Katie.
Hi, bye. I'm actually gonna go.
Okay, cool. Everyone say bye, Katie.
Bye.
Bye, Katie.
Sorry again. Thanks
Why
so
are you
much
so...
for
You're
having
fine,
the
dude.
party.
You're fine, man. Welcome to the party.
I'll see you later.
Everyone say bye, Kay. I'm happy. I'm glad I didn't go in an alternate timeline. But maybe I would have passed that test if I brought an iPad. Oh, man. Okay. Why do you love art and science so much? I think sometimes when I get sad and I don't understand the way the world works, I think I want something to make sense. And so if I try and look at science and math out evolution on an alien world, I'm like, this makes sense. That's why I like science and art, is because I'm good at art and I can imagine a world that makes sense to me. Sometimes when I'm sad and the world doesn't make sense, that's why I draw art on alien worlds, because taxes don't make sense. They know what you made, but you don't. You kind of do, but you don't know. Like, you kind of want to say the number, but they're like, "What do you think you made?" And I'm like, "What do you think I made?" And then like the government things, like you vote for people and you hope that they do right, but then they don't. And then people believe in weird stuff like flat Earth and stuff. I don't know. People are mean too. You see people driving shitty on the road. And you're like, why are people driving terribly on the road? And then I go home and I draw an alien that lives on the equator. And I'm like, oh, well, it's darker pigment because Reichler's rule or whatever it's called. And like, it makes more sense that an animal would be darker as it reaches the equator. And if it lives on an arid desert, then it would be smaller and wrinklier and have less hair, because that's what happens in nature. If things make sense to me, then I feel better about it. And that's why I draw science and art. And I love it. Great question. Who are your top 3 favorite heroes and villains in fiction? That's that's 3 questions in one. I can't do that. My question is, have you ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and or Legend of Korra? Why was I going to say Kara? I've watched Legend of Korra. Why would I say Kara? Get that muffin trick. Yes. I watched the first season of Legend of Korra. I didn't finish it because people told me it got worse and then it got okay. I loved Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. Ooh, that's a question. That was a sad question. Question. What's your favorite food and why? Right now, chocolate muffins. They gave me a little bit of sugar. Where's your birthmark? I got a birthmark right here. And it looks a bit like Australia. It also looks like a very large mustache. Like a cartoonishly long mustache. Not like wide right here, but like long chunky mustache. And that's what my birthmark looks like right there. Can you draw Pinkie Pie from Little Pony? No. How about that? What's your opinion on the rubber hose animation style? It scares me. I'm afraid of it. I had nightmares as a kid when I watched old Disney movies and Disney TV shows, like black and white stuff. Ugh. Just like they need bones. It doesn't make any sense. We were just talking about what makes sense. They need bones. And then there's this one scene where Mickey Mouse grabs some little drumsticks and starts hitting a cow's teeth like they're like a xylophone. That's not a xylophone. That's someone's teeth. Don't hit people's teeth. That doesn't make any sense. I hate black and white Disney animation. It's terrifying. And it's scary. I grossed out. It grosses me out. They need bones, people. Spaghetti arms. They just did that because they didn't understand what to do. They didn't know what animating was. Like literally they were inventing animation as they were putting it out. I hate it. That's my opinion. You can like it. It's okay. I don't mind. How long will realistic kaiju's gonna last? If it's Godzilla's only you got good 10 months of content. If it's other ultra kaiju, on the other hand, lifetime. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it until I stop liking it. I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep drawing monsters. It's fun. Have you ever seen Amphibia? You know, my little brother watched Amphibia, and I would love to watch it. I haven't seen it, but I'd love to watch it. I've never noticed that. Yeah, I've got a mustache right here. Or Australia, whatever it looks like to you. What's the meaning of life? Great question. There is no meaning to life. And that's a good thing. It's called optimistic cosmic nihilism. There are so many miracles that led to the evolution of you and as a human, that led to you as a person. So many people had to die and be born and meet and break apart just for you to be born. And you're here being sad about like what's the meaning of it all. There is no meaning of it all, and that's fine. It's great. You're looking at the wrong question. That's the wrong question. Be excited. Be happy that the miracle of life has succeeded on a planet for longer than we ever thought it would. I'm of the opinion that there is no meaning to life. And that's a good thing. You put meaning into your life wherever you want it. And that's your job as a tiny infinitesimal speck on a tiny infinitesimal planet in the scope of the universe. In the scope of geological time, you're not even on the strata of geological Earth time. However, thank you, Lumasinox. That's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's if you've ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or if you've ever listened to Alan Watts, it's nice. Think of the big scope and then think of the little scope. If you look at the universe, planets aligning and cosmos is moving and galaxies dying, stars being born and turning into black holes. That's what you can measure time with. But then you look at tiny little bugs on a leaf and you can see how the scale of a life cycle in the larval stage and how it grows and how cool its capillaries or book lungs are, and you can wonder at the scope of the universe and the fact that you're made out of the same stuff that stars are, and the fact that there will be millions of people after you and millions of people before you that have all wondered the same thing, and nobody has the right answer, and we're all just sitting here asking the wrong questions when we should be having fun. That's the meaning of life, is the fact that there is no meaning of life, and that that's a good thing. And I think that anyone who tells you different is, well, they were told something, you know. My question is, do you like Monster Hunter? Yeah, I like it. I think it's really fun. I like all the different types of monsters on it. I love hodgepodge monsters. Those are fun. Have you ever drawn a brass instrument, specifically a trombone? Why is that the question that you chose? You took time out of your day to write that out? Hey, can't stay for long. Chaos. Thank you so much for the $5. That's so sweet. Chaos is at the top. They're so sweet. Can't stay for long, but wanted to say thank you for all your amazing... Live will end? Why is that? I've never seen that before on TikTok. They wanted to make sure that I'm still existing here. That's stupid. I've never seen that before. Can't stay for long, but I wanted to say thank you for all your amazing stuff and how much you inspire me to create. That's so sweet. Chaos, thank you for the $5. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. That's great. That made my day. Top of the charts is Chaos right now. No one can beat. Actually, I think Chaos just beat the person on TikTok that donated. So, boom, new donator. It's Chaos. Thank you very much. What's next? Is there any show or movie that started off with a lot of potential but worsened over time, grew stale, was a mixed bag, or ended up mediocre at the end, but you can't seem to let it go? John Carter of Mars, baby. John Carter of Mars. I love John Carter of Mars. It's great. He goes, you think it's going to be bad because he's literally a Southern Confederate. He's on the South side of the Civil War. But he's like, and you're like, that's bad. And he's like, I hated it. And you're like, okay, so he's not racist, but he's still a white man in like the 1800s, so he probably is racist. Anyways, it's great. You go to Mars and you see people who have 4 arms. And it makes sense because a lot of people say that centaurs can exist and Pegasuses can exist, but they don't have any animals that evolved into Pegasuses. They were just like, horses have wings. And that doesn't make any sense in evolution. That doesn't make any sense. But now, boom, you've got a whole planet where the cow horses, they all have 6 legs. The dogs, they got 6 legs. The giant gorillas, they got 6 legs. And the green people, they got 6 legs. Not only that, but you've got a second species of those Martians that look a little more rough and tough, a little more rugged, and they're a different species. And they're like villainous, and they're like the caveman version of him, so you can see the adaptation of those species. I think that's beautiful. It's great. It's so good. And it's like Lawrence of Arabia and Dune. Beautiful. Terrible movie. It's stale. Nobody likes it. I love it. I love that movie. It's great. It's so good. Watch John Carter of Mars. Go check it out. It's a great. I love it. I get toasted and watch it all the time. It's so good. I am obsessed with that. And I don't talk about Tron anymore. That one I disagree with. I do not like Tron anymore. Tron Legacy is bad because it has the following tropes. Born Sexy Yesterday. They have a childlike female protagonist, and she is sexified, sexualized, and played up as having the child of a newborn. And like she's new to the world, and he takes her and out of the world. It's so bad. It's bad. I don't like it. Also, Blade Runner. The old Blade Runner movie is bad because during 2020, there was a lot of white cops killing black people. And throughout history of America, there have been a lot of white cops killing black people. And Blade Runner is great and completely distanced from that. But it has, at the same time, a prejudiced people who have been made into slaves. And they've escaped slavery. and are discriminated against, and they are impoverished and forced to do like low-level income jobs, and then they're hunted down by white policemen, and murdered in the streets without any due process. Sounds a little like something should be brought up, guys. Sounds like something is a little problematic in the movie Blade Runner. Also, there's an R scene. There's an RA. There's a grapes with a bushel of grapes scene. If you can catch my drift, and it's made to seem like they're in love. I used to love that movie because of the art and the design. No way. My opinion on Blade Runner has changed. I do like it, ish. I like the look of it, and I like the original artist. I don't like the concept artist. It strays from the original book. Anyways, that's my monologue on that. It's my monologue on that. We're not going to talk about politics here. Who would win in a fight, the oil rig Rafflesia and the god plant Abomination, or the penguin Godzilla alongside... Godzilla and King Kong would win against Biolante. 1,000%. 1,000%. Bye, Banksman. Check you later. Stay warm, because it's cold in Scotland. Have you watched Theater Camp? I like Theater Camp. It's quite good. What you got into making in the art? No, that's not even a sentence. When drawing, do you draw to improve your own skills, or mainly because you just want to get better at it, or do you do it for your own self-enjoyment? I think at this point it's my self-enjoyment. Maybe once out of 7 days, I'll practice and try and get better at something. And I take a lot of pictures of people's work, and I'm like, that's really cool. I want to get better at drawing people's faces like that. Or I want to get better at that sort of line art. But I hardly ever get to it nowadays. I just have fun. And I also am busy with work. I watched a lot of your shorts, and they brought a smile to my face and helped me get out of a long art block. Small question. How long have you ever had art block? What's the longest I've ever had art block? Maybe like 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't get art block for long. I read a lot, I study a lot of science, and I love animals. And if I ever got art block, I would just make a random alien, which I want to do another video of those. If you haven't seen my random alien videos, go check it out. It's a great way to lose art block. My throat hurts, so I'm going to have some coffee. Thank you very much. Just wondering, how are you able to draw dragons? Dragons are actually tough for me. It's difficult for me to understand what a dragon is because it's the problem with the 6 arms again. They have wings. There are some lizards in the world that can glide because they have their ribs sticking out. However, that's their ribs and they glide. They don't flap them, you know? So like there's not going to be any dragons in nature. One time I did watch a documentary on dragons that they made it sound like they were real, and it was very Spec Evo. It was very cool. I think that was the History Channel too, which is very confusing. What's my favorite Ben 10 alien? I think it was either the mummy guy or the ghost guy. There's one mummy Ben 10 character, and I liked it because I never thought of a mummy as like, I never thought of different ways to design a mummy. I'd only seen one way to design a mummy, and this guy made, the Ben 10 made an alien one, and I was like, that's sick, that's awesome, I like it. If given the choice, would you give everyone on Earth a pet duck? Why or why not? No. I've got stark opinions on pets, guys. Stark opinions on pets. And I don't know if I want to disclose them today. I think that's for another topic. But no. Keep the ducks out of your hands. Your grippy hands. That's a long question. That's so many questions. Why would you take a whole 4 paragraphs? This is 4 paragraphs. You want a duck though, Trick? You can have a duck. You can have a duck. I'm not God of the world. I'm not giving out people's ducks. Okay. What was your first experience driving? I think my grandpa. My grandpa gave me keys and we drove around the orchard. And I did it very slowly. and in the middle of nowhere, far away from people. Why is that? Do you mean drawing? Do you mean drawing? You misspelled drawing? You put driving? Who would win in a fight? Behemoth or Methuselah? Methuselah's the mountain Godzilla kaiju. In the legendary series, in the movie with King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, in the new legendary scene, it's Godzilla, King of the Monsters. For 1 freaking second of the movie, you see a mountain get up. And they tell you in like the deleted scenes and the script, it's called Methuselah. And there's also one that you see where it's like this mammoth and he shows up maybe twice. For a total of 4 seconds in the Godzilla movie. And you're asking me who would win in a fight? Behemoth or Methuselah? So from 10 seconds of content, you want me to know which kaiju is going to win in a fight. The obscure kaiju no one ever sees or the obscure kaiju that no one ever sees? I'm sorry, I'm outing you. Wild Hunter / Royal Hunter. I don't know. Methuselah's bigger. How about that? Methuselah's bigger, and the fact that he's called Methuselah means that he's old, and he probably outlived a bunch of other monsters. I'm betting Methuselah. Also, Behemoth is a big old titan. If you look at the concept art, his feet are roots. It's gross. It gives me a bit of a trypanophobia. And is my phone not charging anymore? We might have to call it quits after a bit. We probably only got like, I'd say 30, maybe 40 more minutes. So stick around. Yeah, Methuselah. Methuselah would win. And that's in my opinion of 10 seconds I saw of them. Yeah. My question is, what's your favorite book? Children of Time. There's probably not a lot of readers out there, but if you do like reading, I would say Children of Time. It should be next on your list. Imagine a world perfectly curated to support intelligent apes. They've terraformed a planet far away from human civilization. A mad scientist has made a virus that will make apes intelligent again, and they will raise a new race of apes independent of us, and they'll exist. And someone blows up the ship. All the apes die, but the virus survives, and spiders turn intelligent. It's a great book. It spans thousands of years. It's so good. I love it. Trick, you're welcome. Go check out Children of Time. And it's also very sciencey. If you like my videos about how animals might become intelligent in the future, you'll love Children of Time. Great book. So nice. My aunt told me about it. What was the first piece of art you were proud of? I had skinned my knee on the concrete, and my mom gave me a zebra Band-Aid. And the zebra Band-Aid started falling off after a couple days, and I put it on a piece of paper, and I said, that's how I'll draw a zebra, because I don't know how to draw a zebra. So I put the zebra patterned, it had a zebra print on it, and I put the Band-Aid on the middle of a piece of paper, and I drew the head of a zebra, and I put legs on it. And then I said, that's cool. That's how you draw horse-looking animals. That's how you draw ungulates, is what I said as a 2-year-old. And then I drew jungle in the background, a little sun in the top right corner like everybody does, and I put an elephant in the trees and a giraffe sticking its head out on the top. And I put Adam and Eve because my mom told me a lot of Bible stories. And I was like, that's where all the animals were, was the Garden of Eden. So, of course, that's where I'm going to put all my animals. And that's the first piece of art I was proud of. They hung it up on the wall, and I saw it for the rest of my life. It was the first time that anyone hung up a piece of my art. I felt pretty good about it. Is lasagna just spaghetti flavored cake? Yeah. But we're not going to tell anyone about it. You can't go spouting that knowledge. Come on, guys. Hi, Bessie says no. What's up, dude? If any of your drawings could come to life, which one would you want it to be? My fish that can shoot lasers out of its eyes. No, my trolls. I recently posted on my Instagram ogres. So if you want to check out those ogres, that's what I would like to come to life. It will be another species, intelligent as us, alongside us, mostly living in San Francisco and in the ocean. Atlantis would be real, but it would be a bunch of stupid ogre fish people. And that's what I would want to be realistic. That's what I would want it to be real. If I could have any of my art come to life, they'd be really fun. They'd be so great. What drawing software do you use? I use Procreate. Highly recommend it. Very cheap. Very easy. If not, pirate Photoshop. Easy. What's the easiest accurate kaiju you drew? The easiest one would probably be Anguirus. Or yeah, Anguirus, because I already know it's based on it's clearly based on a prehistoric dinosaur. Thanks D0990. Thank you. It's based on an ankylosaurus. It's called Anguirus. It's got spikes on it still. It was fun. It was good. I just applied evolution to it if it got big, and it was great. Out of all drawings you've made, which was your favorite? That's too hard. That's no one answers that. Oh, Liam's watching. Hi, Liam. Hi, Liam. You're watching. I might have called lasagna spaghetti flavored cake. That is true. Jail. The glory of having neighbors, guys. Out of your drawings, which was your favorite? My question is, how do you always know the boundaries of creatures when you make your Godzilla monsters to do? You study a lot. I have tried to find... I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the... hi, Cassidy. I don't know if you ever heard of the square cube law. It's where the bigger you get, you will gain more weight, double the time that you grow as a species. So even if you think you can just take a lizard and make it big because of radiation, that's not how that works. It can only get half as big and it'll be 4 times the size. That's why when you see dinosaurs with wings, they were very light. But if they ever got bigger, their wing size would have to quadruple. Their air capacity would have to get bigger. So Pegasuses, if they weighed the same amount as a horse, their wingspan would have to be the size of an airplane. It would have to be a pony. And you couldn't ride it. Hey, I love your art. Thanks, dude. It's out there. It's science, you know? It's science. You look at all the biggest invertebrates to figure out what Mothra would look like, and then you put wings on it. And then you say it can never land, because if it did, it would squash, because it weighs too much. How'd you get the idea for Away from Keyboard Arena in Acronym Arena? Oh, how'd you get the idea for Acronym Arena? There's this really great artist called Tanner Wilson, TM Wilson, on Instagram. Go check him out. And he did this acronym. He didn't do Acronym Arena. He did an arena where he asked his followers to give him their characters. And I was playing a video game one time and I read ASAP or Do Not Disturb. And I was like, that's fun. ASAP could be like someone with super speed. Has anyone ever done that? Has anyone ever made acronyms into superheroes? Or like, that's their code names? And I was like, how many acronyms can I apply that to? And I was like, every acronym. Every acronym can be a superpowered character in an arena. And they fight. And I thought that was great. I got the idea for the arena part from Tanner Wilson, who's an amazing artist on Instagram. Go check him out. Enjoy the play button. Are you going to keep continuing the Kepra project? Hey, Pyro Frog, I'm gonna take a second to comment back because I'm like, I can't remember. I don't remember telling people about that. I don't remember telling anyone about that. Oh wait, I do. They don't know why it's called the Kepra project yet. Sorry, I've been working on the Kepra project by myself. I've been having fun drawing aliens by myself, and I haven't told anyone about it. It's a big secret. Hi, Moni. What's up, dude? Did I say it online? I did. I said, hey, guys, what if there was a planet of just grass? And I couldn't figure out if I wanted it to be tidally locked, which means it was stuck around the sun like our moon is stuck around Earth, or if it was like a very Earth-like planet or like Venus. because Venus doesn't have much volcanic activity, but it has quick zits, where pimples of magma that shoot out. And they're very violent because there's no volcanic activity on it. There's just some. I couldn't figure out what the planetoid would be, so I gave up. And I didn't make any videos on it because I got tired. And giving people the option to evolve a species. Oh, also, I got stuck on this one part because when you're starting life, that's when it's very important. I got many ideas, and I think I need to start over if I'm ever going to tell people, like, hey, what alien do you want to evolve on this planet? I've got fun ideas for it, but I think it's too near and dear to my heart to, like, give reign to the people. I would want to choreograph it a little bit myself. So maybe in the future. I think I might. Is Katie still there? No, Madison. Also, I love you. I hope you're having a lovely day. Everyone say hi to Madison. She's the love of my life. She's amazing. And she's gorgeous. She's great. Someone said, what are your thoughts on Aquaman as a character? He's alright. He can talk to fish. It's a realistic... He's like Tarzan for the ocean. They already have that. That's Tarzan. They've got Tarzan. Just do Tarzan. Yeah, Aquaman. Whatever. I think he's alright. I think he's okay. How'd you get interested in evolutionary and species-related sciences? I'll be honest. I was part of the Catholic Church, and I loved drawing aliens. And then all of a sudden I asked my priest, I was like, hey, where's heaven? And he was like, heaven is where God is. And I was like, okay, well, like, I've done some research. And I wanted to run it by you. And he said, oh no. And I was like, if heaven is real and there's a lot of clouds and it's in the sky, I'm wondering, is it in this, like, is it on Earth in the sky, in the stratosphere, or is it beyond the stratosphere? And is it more like in space? And if so, is it its own planet? Like, is it a Jovian planet where there's just sky and it's just clouds? Because therefore, like, biblically accurate angels would make sense, where they've got a bunch of eyes and some wings and they float around in circles and they never touch the ground and they breathe fire. But angels that we know today wouldn't really look like that. They would, like, fly around like worms with wings on them. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, if it's not on a Jovian planet, is it within, like, a multi-dimensional, is it like its own universe, like a pocket universe? Because then if it's a pocket universe, is it within the singularity of a black hole? And if so, how do we know that the singularity doesn't spaghettify all the angels when they leave or go through? Because if it's traversable. And he was like, God's within, heaven is within all of us. Heaven's within all of us. And I was like, you don't know, do you? You don't know. You don't know. That doesn't make any sense. And so I started drawing aliens. That's how I got into speculative evolution. It's my new religion. I love it. It's great. Have you ever watched any anime series? And if so, which one do you have a favorite? Mine is Ranking of Kings. Beautiful animation. Beautiful storyline, emotional intelligence above all, and it forgives every character. I just finished watching it with Madison. Ranking of Kings, if you ran out of anime to watch and you're desperate for a new one, go watch Ranking of Kings. And if you're watching the Japanese version, it's called Osama Ranking. That was very nerdy of me. How do you draw folds? I can't make them look good. Very delicately. You don't draw thickly. You use lightweight. Hi, Scribs. Hi. Hello. And hi, Alexis Pillier. What's up, dude? Lightly. That's how you draw folds on people. Don't draw a lot of folds on people. When you're drawing a face, if you guys are artists and you want to know how to draw, if you're drawing a face, look at this. I've got wrinkles. I have a wrinkle. I have a wrinkle. I have a smiling wrinkle. I have a smiling wrinkle. I don't draw those. I'm 27 years old. You don't draw those on 27-year-olds. That's just how people get it. You're drawing a cartoon to get people used to, like, imagine they only had 2 seconds to see the character and then it went away. How would they have to guess what what it is in the time that they see it. And so if they're in a hurry and they only got the 1 second, if you put a lot of wrinkles on someone, then they're going to be like, that's an old person. That's an old person. That's because their brain is hardwired to make those connections. If it's a young person, you make their eyes bigger, their ears bigger, their cheeks bigger. You make them baby proportioned. If they're a young adult, then you don't put many wrinkles on them. Try to hold back on wrinkles if you're just starting to draw. That's my big tip. Can you do Boba Fett? Wow, like a realistic version of Boba Fett? He's pretty realistic. It's a guy in a jetpack, guys. It's a guy in a jetpack. Hi, Blaze the Dormander, the man. What's up, dude? What is your favorite Godzilla monster scientific redesign? I love drawing Gigan. Gigan is my favorite. I love Gigan. He's got these swords on his hands, and there's no reason for it. And they made him a cyborg. It's like an alien cyborg. He can look like whatever you want. It's great. It just makes sense because they were just like, it's an alien and a cyborg. So even if it didn't make any sense in evolution terms, you could just add metal onto him, and it just makes sense. Gigan. You don't see him a lot in the movies, but he's great. I like him. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? I want to shoot lightning out of my hands. There it is. I want to shoot lightning out of my hands. I want to do that. I played Infamous as a kid in the early 2000s, and it's stuck in my brain. And I've always wanted to shoot lightning out of my hands. When I was a kid, I had an afro, and I would take my blanket and I would static charge my afro, and I would static charge my pillow, and then I would move my hand slowly over the felt, and it would shoot like the static charge would zap between my fingers along the fur of a blanket. Hi, Zoe. And it looked really cool. Hi, Steak Enjoyer. So ever since I was a kid and I had an afro and I rubbed it on a blanket. Hi, Leave Me On Lark. I've always wanted to zap with my... It would not be for practical purposes. It is just because it looks cool. A lot of these are the same questions over and over again. Like, what do you like potatoes? How do you get the F out of an art block? Currently in one, and I have 3 commissions due. Also, congratulations. Sorry for the rude starting. 10 seconds. Give yourself 10 seconds. If you're in art block or if you don't know how to draw, give yourself 10 seconds and a Sharpie and draw someone. Take a character. Doesn't have to be yours. It could be a stick figure. And draw him jumping. Draw him jumping 10 different ways in 10 seconds. Draw him 10. You get 10 seconds to draw the character once. Boom. Draw another one. 10 seconds to draw another character once. Boom. You get 10 times 10 seconds. That's 100 seconds. That is how you get out of art block, and you're not supposed to make it look good. That's why you've got a Sharpie and you can't erase it. That's why you only got 10 seconds, so you don't spend a lot of time worrying about it. You have to keep going. About 5 drawings in, your art block's done. You're in it. You're in it. You just don't care. You're in the zone and you do it. You do other drawings too, like happy or laughing or falling over laughing. Like just doing different drawings really quickly. It helps you practice your improv. It helps you practice your acting and your art. It helps you design good poses. That's how you get out of it. You're welcome. What would you suggest for those who are trying to get into the animation industry? Make a good portfolio. Yeah, keep applying, no matter what. There's a lot of jobs out there right now. It's just hard to get in there. Also, make your resume look boring. Make your resume as boring as possible because AI are the only thing that are looking at it right now, and those companies are just too big. They don't have a person looking at your resume. There's no one looking at your resume. It goes through a robot, and then it goes to a person. If you call someone, I promise you they haven't seen the resume. Send it to YouTubers who are doing animations if you want to do an animation too. If you want your resume to get seen by a person, make it boring so that the robot can understand what it sees. Don't have any art on it. How do you feel being an artist specifically in today's AI era? I hate it. I mean, I love it. I love being an artist. I don't think it's any different than ever. But I think, I mean, I hate seeing AI art. That's all. That's all. I just don't like seeing it. It's gross and icky. And I don't like Google searching and then getting AI art immediately. Like I didn't even go to an AI website. It just has Google search images up there in case, and then you click on it and you're like, oh, that's AI. I wasn't even asking for that. So I don't like AI art, and I don't. If you have the idea of like downloading photos and using it as like a cover or like your back screen, or like I want my dog but I want to see it in a Renaissance painting, like just I mean you don't have to listen to me, but like I really don't recommend it. It is soulless. And you know what else, a lot of people don't know this, but you know how the software got good at making the art? It didn't do it through practice, and it didn't do it because it was trained in digital world matrix whatever. It stole thousands of pictures of other people's cartoons, other people's anime, other people's drawings, and it collaged them and mushed them together like grapes under its grippers. And it mushed it all together and it barfed it out, and that's what you're paying for. That's what you're downloading. It's not original. It's not cool. It's the fact that artists have been posting art on the internet, and we've been saying, hey, look, I drew this. This is how I draw. And some Instagram entrepreneur BS person made a company where they created a software that downloaded everyone's free art that ever existed on the internet. And then they mushed it together in a computer and they spit it out depending on whatever your search engine you searched it up. AI art is thieving. And I'm okay with like public domain stuff, being able to like use scholarly articles and paying for like books or essays, and like I don't know if I'm getting away from the topic here, but like I feel like information should be more free. I feel like information and people's hard work and like intellectual property, I think that there should be a little more freedom in that, specifically because a lot of like publishers in the science community and the college and university community don't even do science. They just hoard the information to themselves and they make the scientists pay for it. So like, I don't know everything about intellectual property laws, but I do know that we need a little more leeway on that, and we do need a little more freedom. And I think that corporations and companies are being too hungry and money grubby when it comes down to information. However, when it comes to individuals' art, when it comes to intellectual property that artists have worked for and worked on for years, developing, years painting and creating it themselves, and then some stupid effing computer downloaded it in 2 seconds with millions of other computer pictures that they downloaded, and they mushed it all together, and they said they applied tags to it and hashtags to it, and they labeled it because they thought it was associated with certain keywords. And you went on their website and you typed in "my dog" in a Renaissance outfit. It's gonna take your picture and it's gonna steal every tiny infinitesimal drawing that any other artist that it stole from has ever made, and it's gonna apply that to your dog. And somewhere in the world, someone lost money. And don't use AI art. Just don't. You can take if you take anything away from it, just keep your eyes out for it too. Because think about like people's like faces too. Like imagine like actresses and actors who like are having their faces and their identity stolen and being made into videos. Some of them are really funny because they're making fun of dumb actors. But then other ones are like used for like corn cobs, if you know what I mean. And that's so wrong. It's fetishizing people who didn't ask for it. It's bad. I hate AI art. I hate it. And it's not even like, because I'd like robots to exist. I would like for AI to be intelligent enough to hang out with us and walk around in robot suits. But that's not what AI art is. It's blech. It's puke is what it is. Kate and Mumbles 3602 says, congrats on the 100K. Who are you? And what is art good? What is art good? That is a great question. I'm not the one you gotta ask that. I'm not the one you can ask. Are you eventually gonna do Space Godzilla or Mecha Godzilla? Mecha Godzilla, I don't want to draw Mecha Godzilla. Everyone's gonna be like, I'm gonna get some engineering students, and they're gonna be like, that doesn't make sense because the servos would overheat, or that doesn't make. It would be way bigger because what if it's an alien metal that we don't know about yet, or an element that doesn't exist? And I'm not gonna deal with that. I don't want to deal with I don't want to draw a Mecha Godzilla that makes sense in my mind, and somewhere else there's someone's gonna say spider webs are 1,000% stronger than carbon and they can be used instead of metal. What if they made it out of spider webs? And I'm like, I just drew a Godzilla, guys. That's my answer. I'm not drawing Mecha Godzilla. Space Godzilla, maybe. Boop boop boop. Could you draw accurate Cloverfield monster in the future? There's 2 different types of Godzilla of Cloverfield monster. And there's actually 2 origin stories for it. And one of them is stupid. So I don't know if I want to. Also, the movies are so bad. The first movie's fine. I think it could have done a couple good things. And it was one of the first of the shaky cams that did well, other than the Blair Witch Project. But Cloverfield, I don't really want to draw it. It's got funny ears. Cloverfield monster's got weird ears. I don't want to draw it. What's your favorite Pikmin type? The blue one. Do you struggle to focus on one project at a time? Constantly. I've been drawing elephants and looking up electric fish, to be honest. And hi, Lawrence. And Mushroom Frog, I'm about to draw him. I'm drawing him right now. I just haven't finished the video yet. That's for you. Yeah, I struggle. I'm also getting paid to do projects, and I still have to keep up my content creation, but I'm getting paid, so I should do those first. But I get my commissions through my content creation. So I have to be 50-50 all the time, and I have to be perfect. I have to be a perfect human all the time. No one's perfect. So just work on what you have the capacity to work on. That's what I say. Try your best. That's if you're struggling to keep working on projects, that's all you can do. I'm becoming an artist myself. Do you have any tips? No. Draw as often as you can. Wake up in the morning and draw. Draw when you go to sleep. Draw every day, twice, and you'll be a good artist. You'll be a happy artist. Draw twice every day, and eventually after a while, you'll be happy. And also, watch animated movies. Pause it halfway through or at your favorite scenes. Draw what you see. Draw even when you're watching black and white movies, like People. Try and sketch really fast. Get better at sketching. Do everything you can. You can always grow. You can always learn. You've never reached, you're never oh, I'm good now. You will always continue to learn. And that's what I hope to do is even at the age of 60, I want to say that I'm still learning art because that's, what else how pompous can you be if you think that you've perfected your art form and you're done learning? What else is there in life? How selfish is that? The zealousness of it, Boop, boop, boop. Bop, boop, bop. Who would win, Godzilla or King Kong? In the first movie that Godzilla and King Kong fight, they had both endings filmed. They filmed both endings. They had King Kong win and they had Godzilla win. And King Kong rubbed it in a little bit harder. He was a little bit meaner. I'll say that. You're welcome, Mushroom Frog. Depends on the Godzilla. King Kong is cool. Godzilla has so many different forms. I don't know. It depends on the Godzilla. You make me feel like I'm on a TV or something. Very cool. Bop, bop, boo, bop, bop. Bop, bop, boo, bop, bop. As long as I'm here, how's Shorts monetization? You know what? Honestly, I had a quick hiccup.
I just got monetized on YouTube, so if you want to help me out, because it is kind of my part-time job at the moment. If you want to help me out, watch my YouTube videos. It brings in income. You don't have to pay for it. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, I don't want to give people money on the internet. I'm just like you. I skip ads, but watch my YouTube videos. It helps. I'll say that. And if you want to donate, you can donate, but you don't have to. Join my Patreon for free. That you just get to see fun art. Like, those are the things. Like, you could do those, but you don't have to. Again, monetization is weird. I'm getting like minimum wage, I would say, from YouTube. It's kind of fun, but you have to keep, making content. So it's a bit stressful when a robot is telling you to keep making art, but I just like making stuff for you guys. I just want to show you some cool art. That's all. Can you make a realistic Gorosaurus? I don't remember which one that is. Did you ever do Tiamat? That's another Tiamat, the mother of all dragons, the mother of all monsters from Mesopotamian lore. I did draw Tiamat for a commission once, but it wasn't the accurate Assyrian version. I've drawn the mother of all monsters, Tiamat. Boop boop boop. Opinions on Kung Fu Panda. I love Kung Fu Panda. I would like to work on Kung Fu Panda, but I don't know. If anyone's out there and they know people in Kung Fu Panda, I'd love to work for Kung Fu Panda. It's a great show. Boop boop boop. If you could have a big movie fight with one of your made-up monsters from your videos, who would you pick and who would win? That's a tough question. Skip. I haven't skipped yet, so I get one skip. Someone asks, how do you draw like that? With my hands. With my hands, guy. That's how I draw. That was boop boop boop. Art school. This is a tough question to read, is what it is. I'm currently in art school, and I'm undecided about which path should I choose, and that I fear that I decided to go to art school because I thought it was easy way. So any tips and suggestions? Art school is not easy. College is not easy, and nor is it cheap these days. You don't have to go to college. I don't think you have to go to college. There's plenty of online classes you can take that are cheaper. I think that America really pushes for it. I don't think you need to go to college. I went to college, and that doesn't help me more than someone else who didn't go to college. And sometimes I see people on YouTube who are like, I'm working for Pixar and I didn't even go to college. And I'm like, why? So, when you're in college, you go to college to figure out what you want to do in life. So you take classes that are fun in your mind that make you slowly focus your talents into that. If you're an artist, you need to do the general stuff, and then you do certain tracks, and you can always switch if you want. I did animation. I don't think I have any answers for which one you get to choose. It's just which one you like. Don't think about which one's going to be hard or which one's going to be easy. Do which ones you want to do. We are getting close to the end, people. I'll say that. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, bop, boop. Is your acronym Marina going to be an actual cartoon or what? No. I pitched it for a while. I have a pitch deck for the TV show version of my show that I've created, Acronym Marina. And if I ever get back into the animation industry, because I've been in it before, it's just hard to keep, staying in studios. And I became my own studio in a way. If ever I meet someone who wants to make Acronym Marina into a TV show, or they want to buy the show, I'd sell it. I'd sell that stuff. I don't care. I'm a sellout. Because here's the thing. I have an idea every day for a new TV show. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm creative. I have new cartoons that I think of all the time. I'm on the spot. I have new ideas for different cartoons that are just as lovable. Acronym Arena is a good one, and I'd love it to become a TV show, but I can't do that on my own. I'm not gonna waste my time doing it by myself for a YouTube video that might not do well. You know, it's tough to make your own TV shows. Question: is your name Juan? My name is not Juan. Easy question. Did I ever finish the sequel to the Trash Monster video? You know, I've been working on other stuff. I've been really busy. How about that? Boop, 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 boop. When are we going to get another What If Animal Ran the World video? I love those. Thank you. I'm fixing one up right now. And I'll give you I don't know if I want to give you a hint. I don't know if I want to give you a hint. But if you like my art and you want to see what if raccoons became intelligent, or what if I think my other one was, what was my other one? Dogs. I did dogs and raccoons so far on YouTube. And I have a lot of other shorter videos on TikTok. So if you want to see how animals would become intelligent, I've done reindeer, I've done octopuses, elephants, spiders, cats. I've done so many different animals, how they might become intelligent and what a world of intelligent animals might look like. So I've done individual videos on how they would evolve, how long it would take for them to get there. And those are all on my TikTok. There's more on my TikTok than there is on YouTube, I'll say that. So if you can't wait for the next big one, it's on TikTok. You can check that out. What is your favorite prehistoric life form? The Calicotherium. The Calicotherium. I love Calicotheres. Have you ever heard of a Calicothere? Do you guys know what a Calicothere is? Show your hands if you know what a Calicothere is. It's Chalicotere. It is an ancestor of horses. Let me paint you a picture. It is the platypus of the prehistoric world, except it doesn't look like a duck mixed with a rodent and a beaver. It is a horse. It's the ancestor of horses, mixed with a rhino, mixed with a bear, okay? And I think, and a unicorn. It's a bear, unicorn, horse, rhino. It walked around with these huge claws. Imagine if horses had claws, guys. That's what Calicotheres were. They walked around and they were like, and they ate stuff. It was great. All animals eat stuff, but this guy really ate stuff. And I wish we didn't have horses today. I wish we had Calicotheres, because then horses could go and they'd fight each other like gorillas. It walked on its knuckles like a gorilla. It was a big horse, had a rhino horn, and had huge claws like a bear, and it walked around on its knuckles. It was so cool. Calicothere. It's one animal I would love to bring back from the dead. Do I use rigs? I don't. I think rig animation is tough. I have made rigs before for people, but I've never animated them myself. Do you think Scott Pilgrim's any good? I played the video game with Alec, my little brother. I liked it. It was fun, but it was kind of boring because there wasn't much story. The first movie was great, even though they skipped a couple stuff from the comic. The first movie was beautiful and really funny. The new TV show is a fun, return to it. Yeah, we've got like 5 more minutes on this TikTok live stream. It's about to go. My battery's conking out. I would say, yeah. Scott Pilgrim. Fun story, any genre. Do you consider water wet? Yes. Is the sun hot? Is it? Or is it just fire? What would crabs look like if they evolved in an advanced civilization of cyborg space traveler warriors? You know, honestly, I've done 2 videos on that. Oh, it's 5 o'clock, everybody. The 5 o'clock bird is tweeting. I've got a grandma clock over there with birds on it. I've got a grandma clock. It's one of my prized possessions now, other than my YouTube plaque, which we're celebrating today. Yeah. That's I've got a video on intelligent crabs if you want to see that. I've got two really. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. A lot of the same questions here. What's your favorite animal? I don't have one. I love all animals. I like, off the top of my head, naked mole rats, elephants, octopuses. I've read 3 books on octopuses. I like a type of mole that has this really cool spine. Yeah, I love all animals. I really do. Are you planning to do another random alien soon? I was honestly going to do it today, but I got distracted. Do I like aliens? I haven't met any yet, but I don't like Ancient Aliens TV shows. I think it's misleading. I think they have a lot of cool science on these TV shows, but then it's like hearsay. It's all hearsay, and there's no evidence for aliens ever visiting Earth. It's all just like the lights were flashing, and I had a bad dream. Aliens have never visited Earth, and if they did, it was millions of years ago, or it will be in millions of years from now. And even if they did, it would be robots, because it doesn't make any sense to send in. I've got a whole thing on aliens. Aliens are sure to exist, just not here, okay? Just that extraterrestrial life is sure to exist, but it's not what you think. Only I know what aliens look like. And I've made plenty of videos on it. A lot of it's on my Instagram. Do you plan on continuing? Okay, I've done that one. I don't like the skull crawler monster from King Kong. I don't like the skull crawlers. If you haven't seen the new Skull Island King Kong monster movie, don't watch the Peter Jackson one from the early 2000s. Don't watch the new King Kong movies. I don't like it. He looks more like a man. His body type is anthropomorphic, and it's not a gorilla at all. And it doesn't make sense, because he would look more like a gorilla if he was bigger. King Kong in the new movies, I'm not a fan of his design. However, it's a monster. It doesn't matter. It's okay. What else? I'm almost done. Do tapirs eat human bone marrow? I've never heard of this before. Do tapirs eat human bone? Has anyone heard this before? Bone marrow. I don't think so. I don't think they eat bone marrow. Humans used to eat bone marrow. Yeah, humans were like the hyenas of the ancient world. We evolved. You all thought the D in KCD was for Dean. It's really for distracted. I am easily distracted. Yeah, someone asked that, and I have no idea. Tapirs do not eat human bone marrow. I'm saying it here, but I don't have any evidence for it. I just don't think they do. Are you going to draw any alien-based emojis? No. Good question. Maybe? I think that's all my questions, guys. Do you think the One Piece is real? I've never watched One Piece. Guys, that's all that's 100 questions. That's 100 questions. That's it. That's the one. So I'm taking down the video. Beep bop. I'm taking it down. It's gonna go. Come with me. I'm gonna take down the video. You'll never see it again. And I'm going to edit it so that it's private. And bam. Done. Save changes. We did it, guys. 100 questions for 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Woo! Ooh, 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 ooh. We did it. We did it. We did it. We had fun. I answered a lot of questions about Godzilla monsters. I don't know why so many people were like, I mean, I draw a lot of Godzilla monsters. I understand that that's gonna be a thing, but like that's the question. The question's for me, not for draw a Godzilla monster. Yeah. So guys, congratulations to me on 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I know it's kind of conflicting interest on TikTok, but we're having fun. We're having fun. Thank you for hanging out for 2 hours. That was great. Thank you, Trick. You guys are great. And tell your friends about me. Share me on your stories if you want. I have so much science to tell. I have so many videos already out. I'm taking a little break from making videos. I'm not making a lot of videos as quickly as I usually do because I'm applying for jobs. I'm getting bigger videos. I've gotten paid to draw a lot of things for a lot of people. So I have 3 big projects that I'm working on for other people right now that I'm being paid to do. So I can only make fun, quick ones whenever I have enough like social battery to do it. Your guys' comments get me through because I need energy to be able to like get on an app and make a video about something I love and then see if it does well. So whenever I see your guys' comments that say that you really like the video, it means a lot. It gets me through the day. And so if you like my new videos and if you comment on them and I see those comments, I see everybody's comments, it's lovely. It's so sweet and it helps me make new videos. And I've got so many different ideas. Thank you guys for helping me out with the questions. I really, really do appreciate it. And for that, we're going to have one last bite of chocolate muffin. One last bite. Finito. Great. Guys, you're amazing. I am going to go do some art for some people that paid for it. And you are going to go check out some of my videos. Or you're going to go back to what you were doing earlier today. But if you want, I have a lot of fun science and I have a lot of fun art. And I already have a lot of videos up. So that's for you to check out whenever you want at your leisure. I've got some art that I've been paid to do. And I hope to do a couple more things for it. So thank you guys again. This is one of my first live streams I've done in a while. So I hope to do more again. I hope to get back into a flow. I've got a setup for it. I've re-downloaded OBS, which is a streaming software. And I'm excited to get back into it. So everything you guys do, if you think it doesn't matter, it does. Because I see it. I see your comments. I see your likes. I see that you're watching it. I even see like where people are from in my YouTube studio. Like you can go into YouTube studios if you're a creator. And you can like see like, oh, most of the people that follow you are from California. And I'm like, where's the next spot? And it's like Texas. And I'm like, how are people in Texas hearing about me? And they're like, beneath that is the Philippines. And I'm like, who in the Philippines is watching me and my silly, funny art science videos? Yeah, I draw fun science monsters and science aliens, and I have a lot of fun with it. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night, whatever time zone it is for you. And I've got so many videos up to keep you occupied while I'm on my break. It's not even really a break. I'm going to get some like energy, and I'm going to post new videos coming up soon. One's going to be a Godzilla video, and the other one is going to be, what is it? A random alien. Because those are easy. Those are very easy. I love you. Have a good night. Have a good day. Go check out my videos or don't. Have fun. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye to TikTok first. Goodbye, TikTok. Goodbye. Goodbye. Can I say goodbye? I'd like to say goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. And then that's great. And then goodbye to YouTube. Bye, everybody. See you around.